How's that crossover working out for you? Coach Jesse Minshew with Get Handles. Today I'm going to show you how to get your crossover down, so if it's not working for you in games right now, it will after today. There's two main things I'm going to hit on in this video. Number one, if you're having issues with getting your crossover ripped, I'm going to go over some things to keep that from happening. But number two, I'm also going to go over things that are going to help you make your crossover more effective so you can actually get past your defender, fake them out, break ankles, all that good stuff. So first things first, if your crossover is getting ripped, it probably has a lot to do with selling your fakes, which I'm going to go over a little bit later when we're talking about more how to get past your defender with the crossover. But the other main key is probably your execution. Probably because number one, it's slow, okay? So you have to work on speeding it up, giving it a good pop on the dribble. So a couple things you can focus on is snapping your wrist, really swinging that shoulder across, okay? On the crossover, it's pretty much those two joints doing all the work. So make sure you're focusing on them. Whenever you're dribbling the basketball at the very end, you want to get a good pop for the most part. Make sure you're thinking about like you're trying to put a hole in the ground, make the basketball go flat, make a loud bang with the basketball. So you can really hear it echo through the gym. The other thing you want to pay attention to is that your hands are close to each other and low to the ground on the catch and the release for the most part. There's certain instances where you're going to want to kind of break this quote unquote guideline or rule. I'll go over that more in a second. But for the most part, you want your hands close to each other and low to the ground. That'll make it so you have more control over the basketball, number one. But number two, for almost the entire motion, then one of your two hands is on the basketball. So you can react to defenders if they come try to steal the basketball. You can pull it back or push it forward where they can't get to it. So getting those hands low to the ground and close to each other is huge. It'll make all your crossovers much more controlled, quick, and harder for the defender to steal. If you're digging the video so far, make sure you smash that like button. Let's try to get this video to 2,000 likes. All right, let's talk about getting past your defender, and this is also gonna help with not getting it ripped, and it comes back to selling your fakes. With your fakes, you have to make sure a couple things are in place. Number one, a lot of times I see players do a crossover and they'll be like this. They'll be real upright, or maybe they'll step, and they'll kind of look that way. Like, you have to make yourself mentally think, I'm going this way, before you go into that crossover. If you do that, that'll help put a lot of the pieces in place naturally that you need to have to make the fake work. But some of the details that you want to focus on is your eyes. You want your eyes to look that way. You want to step that way. You want to move the ball a little bit that way. All those things are going to indicate to the defender that you're about to go this way. So when you change directions, they won't see it coming, and there's a good chance they'll jump that way. But this last one is one that's like one of the fine details that a lot of players don't think about, and if you really watch the best NBA players, they do a great job of this, and it's moving your shoulders, hips, and chest. Good defenders, especially high-level defenders, are taught to follow your hips and your chest. Maybe you've been taught this because wherever your hips and your chest go, so does your body. You can move the basketball around a lot, right, real quick, and if the defender's always following the basketball around, they're going to be flying all over the place. If you got a bad defender, maybe just moving the basketball, your foot and your eyes in this direction is going to be enough to get them to go flying. But if you really want to send them flying like the lower level defenders and also get the high level defenders, you got to get your hips and your chest into it. One thing you could pay attention to is your legs. If my hips and my chest are moving, I'll know that because I'm bent over this leg and this leg's a little more straight. That's how I know I'm leaning into it. Other thing you can focus on is getting your shoulders down. So I can kind of get into this lean without getting my shoulders down. That'll move my hips. But if I also get these shoulders down, now it looks like I'm going. I look like a sprinter in the sprinter's block, right? Ready to take off as quick as I can. So that's where you'll start to get defenders to go flying. If you watch Iverson, Kyrie, when they really get their defender to go flying, a lot of times they're doing this right here. If there's anything you want to see from the channel, let me know in the comments down below. That's where I get all my ideas for the channel. This next secret is big, big, big time if you want to break more ankles, send defenders flying, all that good stuff. A lot of players think you need a lot of like flashy crossover moves or crazy moves to break ankles, send defenders flying, get past them, all that. You do not. Watch the best NBA players. Most of the stuff they do is actually fairly basic. One of the biggest keys and one of the more overlooked things is getting momentum going. When you're taking like that step, if you're just taking one step, that's getting a little bit of momentum going and getting your body moving. So now again, your defender is going to follow you, right? Well, if you get a little bit of a running start, now you got even more momentum going, right? And your defender has to react because the more you start moving this way, if they don't move with you, they're playing bad defense and you just go past. If you start getting some momentum going, a couple steps, couple dribbles, then you can really start to get them shifting one way, and you can time it to make that crossover happen right as they're mid-step about to go this way and their foot's in the air. Boom, you change direction coming back the other way. You'll get guys nasty all the time. You'll break some more ankles, send guys flying, or at least get past them. Okay, finally, this is a big one for a lot of players. Maybe you're getting too predictable. I remember when I first learned the Allen Iverson crossover and the Tim Hardaway crossover, I would use them all the time. And it would work great like 2-3 times. But then on that 4th, 5th time, your defender knows it's coming. So you gotta mix things up. You can't always do your crossover the same way. And you also have to kind of break out of some of the things that I've taught you in this video. So maybe you don't always want to sell a big fake. Maybe you'll be a little more upright and just cross over and go. Maybe you'll do a cross and recross back down low. Maybe you'll do a little bit of a higher crossover with a low ball and hand time to really explode past your defender. Mixing things up that way will keep defenders on their toes, make you more unpredictable. And then from time to time, maybe if you have a signature move you really like to count on, then you can break it out and you know you can count on it because you haven't done it 50 times in the game before. You gotta have this variety of how you're doing your crossovers, the space you play in with the crossovers, the timing of them, all that, changing your body positioning. Mixing all those little things up from time to time will keep it so defenders don't know what's gonna happen when. To make sure you catch the newest moves that I'm breaking down, make sure you click that subscribe button and get on that notification squad so you can catch the newest videos I have coming out as soon as they come out. Now, if you want to put all these keys in this video into place and get an absolutely nasty crossover, make sure you click this link right here. That's a $3 workout called the Quick Cross Workout. It only takes 5 minutes to do, and it'll get you an absolutely deadly crossover. It's already helped hundreds of players. I'm sure it'll help you too. Also, if you found this video helpful, make sure you check out this one. You'll probably like that one as well, and check out this one. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more and make moves today.